Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a little bit different. I wanted to do like a get it all done but with a very cozy fall vibe. So what I'm going to be doing in today's video is making some yummy fall treats. I was trying to keep it more fall oriented versus Halloween because if you like this, I would love to do another like Halloween themed one in October, which will be here before we know it. By the way, what are your kids being for Halloween? So far, we know Tanner's being Baby Yoda and Carter's being a hot dog. And yeah, that's it. So I guess our family theme, I don't know. Maybe we'll still do a family theme one, I have no idea. Anyway, I'm excited for this video. We made some fall treats so far because it's gonna be done over 2 days. We made some fall treats yesterday. We started on a craft that we will finish today because we need to let the paint dry. And I did like a little fall inspired grocery haul for some things that I grabbed yesterday at the grocery store. I'm thinking I want to also add in like a little fall decor tour in case you're new here and you didn't see the fall clean and decorate, just to give you some ideas because you can keep this type of stuff up through Thanksgiving in November. And then also I unfortunately already did decorate my porch and I didn't film it, so I will just give you a little tour out there and just show you how I did it. I have dreamed about this porch for a long time. It was so nice to finally like bring that dream to life. So anyway, let's get into the video. Alright, so here is just a very small haul of some things that I grabbed at the grocery store that we needed. This is from Target and I love it. You'll see a little bit later in here I'm going to make kind of like a fall inspired trail mix minus the nuts. I also back here I have some apple cider that I plan on mixing with a little bit of this apple cider like seltzer water back here. If you're looking for a delicious cocktail, something that I always make for Thanksgiving for family members or just like any fall get together, is a little bit of apple cider, and you can do a seltzer to make it a little bit more bubbly. Do a cinnamon sugar rim and add a little bit of Captain Morgan, and it's just a delicious cocktail. But here are these pumpkins that I think are equally as disgusting as candy corn. Are you team candy corn or team no way to candy corn? The caramel popcorn I got here, I meant to put in that little trail mix and I completely forgot about it until I'm doing this voiceover. The pumpkin spice coffee I plan on making in our coffee press and then like letting it cool and having it as iced coffee the following day. And then these are the mixes that I'm going to be making. The cinnamon swirl cake is amazing, and so is the gluten-free cupcakes. This was a cute little $4.99 pumpkin that I found at our local Giant. I was going to put that out with like my fruit and stuff. And then caramel apples, which by the way, instead of giving your kid an entire caramel apple, cutting them up is actually easier for them to eat, and then you can give them like a little toothpick to eat them with or a little fork. So before we get into our baking, I'm just adding some pumpkin spice oil blend to my diffuser. A lot of people love fall candles. I love fall diffuser blends. I don't use candles. So I'm just getting that started to kind of like set the mood in here. And then we're going to get started on both our cupcakes and our cinnamon cake. I have no shame in my cake box game. I'm so okay with using box mixes, you know. I have made mixes from scratch in the past, which are also great, just a little bit more time consuming. In my next life, I plan on making mixes ahead of time and having my own homemade mixes, but right now I just don't have time for all of that. So anyway, just using these mixes, I recommend both of them. They're very good. Even if you're not gluten-free, you would love these. So I'm just first mixing up my wet ingredients, and then I'm going to add in my dry ingredients. Since I'm hand mixing this one, I'll use my KitchenAid for the cupcakes a little bit later on. You'll see here. What is like a fall treat that you love? I know I got a lot of recommendations for all kinds of treats to make for the kids, but I wound up just doing this. It was simple, But I do want to do another like Halloween themed video like this. So if you want to see that, you have to let me know down below. And also just any October videos that you would like to see, as we are approaching October already and I need to plan my content. And I always love to ask you guys what you want to see, just so that I can make it happen. So for the cinnamon cake, you're just going to add in half the batter, and then they give you like a cinnamon topping. So I'm going to put that in between, add the rest of the batter and then the rest of the cinnamon. You will see for the second layer, I'm just using like a cookie scooper or an ice cream scooper to put the rest of the batter on, because it tells you just to drop it on, not to layer it. So that is why I'm doing it that way. Alright, so cinnamon cake is in the oven, and Ella and I are starting on our cupcakes. I did invite the boys to help me, but they weren't feeling it this day, and I never want to force any of them to cook or bake with me, because I want them to find it to be special and for them to like doing it. So, you know, some days they like to do it with me, some days they don't. So we're just going to go ahead and make these cupcakes in here, and little Miss Ella is going to set up all of our cupcake liners. And once we pop these cupcakes into the oven, we're going to start on our craft. So because Carter is the only one of my kids who loves vanilla, I'm doing vanilla cake, but then we're doing a chocolate frosting. If it were up to Ella and Tanner, they would have a chocolate cupcake with chocolate frosting, but this is where we like kind of meet in the middle. Alright, so starting on our craft, you're just going to need some orange non-toxic paint and some apples. I saw this on Pinterest, and if you're a new mom, I just want to let you know, let crafts be what your kids make of them. Half the time they're going to look nothing like Pinterest, which is what's about to happen right now, but the kids had a great time doing it, and I let them be creative. I don't tell them what to do. I give them an idea, and then they can do it however they want. You'll also see that here. I am unfortunately one of those moms that sometimes like the paint messes and stuff can like drive me crazy, but I just have to take it as it comes and just clean it up afterwards. So I used to be like hovering over them like, oh, don't get that paint there, don't get this all over here, don't get this all over there. But now I'm just like, you know what, we're gonna have fun and we're gonna clean it up after. If they're covered in paint, we'll have to put some spot cleaner on their clothes, and it is what it is. But it took me a while to be that way. But yeah, you just basically cut the apple. It's a stamp that is supposed to look like a pumpkin, and we had a lot of fun with it, and that's what counts. And they were really proud of it, which is also a big deal. So on this first day of our craft, we're going to go ahead and make some pumpkins like this, and then we're also going to do, I always like to do a handprint craft for each holiday so that we can, you know, look at how their hands are growing. I have saved all of them from all the holidays. So that's why we're doing this, and plus it's going to be Everly's first Halloween, so we need something to document that, and that is exactly what we're doing. We're going to let it dry once it's done, and we're going to finish it at the end of this video. You'll see the rest of the craft. Alright, so our craft is drying and we are just icing these cupcakes. I'm not doing it how I do it for their birthday parties. I'll usually like try to pipe it on and make it pretty, but today it's about just getting them done so that the kids can decorate them, and it doesn't need to be perfect. I always say this, but done is better than perfect. The reason that I love to talk about done being better than perfect is because I was somebody who would procrastinate doing something until I thought I could do it perfectly, and then nothing would get done. Things would get piled up and then I would feel overwhelmed. So instead I just get things done, and then if I have time to make them even better, I'll do it. But if not, done is better than perfect, especially when you're somebody that has like ADD. You kind of feel like you procrastinate, you put things off until you can do things perfectly, and it doesn't need to be that way. So I hope that's your little push to just go ahead and like start a project and do something. I need to take my own advice and do that with like decorating our house. We don't have a single, you know, thing of paint on the walls yet. Everything is just still white from when we first moved in. But I have been doing that with decorating. Like, oh my gosh, like I don't want to decorate because I want it to be perfect. I don't want to regret it. And I just need to go for it. So taking my own advice here, and hopefully we'll start decorating some more rooms in October. Everly is 10 months old now. She actually started to crawl today, Sunday, when you're watching this. This is her first day crawling. I can't believe it. All my kids waited a little bit longer to crawl. I know like on camera right now we're seeing cupcakes, but I like to talk to you guys and tell you like mom stuff in hopes that you can relate sometimes. But Everly just started to crawl at 10 months. There's kids that are walking by now. All of my kids didn't walk until after a year old. They all crawled around this time. And the boys, they barely talked until they were 3. Ella has a full vocabulary since she was like 1.5. So no kid is made with a cookie cutter, and just try to enjoy your children and motherhood instead of constantly worrying about those milestones. So anyway, this is the trail mix that I came up with for the kids to eat. So I just did the Halloween colored M&Ms, gluten-free pretzels, some rice squares, and some of those like candy corn flavored pumpkins that they like. And this is a treat. This isn't like, hey guys, just snack on this all day long. They'll have this after dinner as a little treat and enjoy that. But yeah, I hope that you're enjoying this video so far. It's a little bit different, and I do think that the caramel popcorn in that mix would have been even better, so I might go ahead and add that after the fact. But let's get into our fall home tour. So when we did the fall clean and decorate, I told you that I got a new entryway table, and it's still in the box, so I'm thinking my next get it all done I will put it together. I'm gonna give this entryway table to my sister Crystal. She's getting a new place, so this would go perfectly in her new place, and she's gonna grab this. And I got one from World Market, so I'll show you that once I put it together. But this is how this all came out. I didn't really have a plan for this, I kind of was just winging it, and I love how it came out. I'm also going to show you what it looks like at night as well, with all of the lights off. So here is how the mantle looks. I'm also getting really excited to, you know, have our first Christmas in this house. This is our first fall in this house, and I had dreamed about decorating this house since we were picking everything out with the designers, and I just love how everything came out. This is the first year that I had slowly been collecting things for my fall decor. Like over summer, you know, they put everything out way too early, but I would start getting like small things. I knew I wanted to go with like a dark wood color and classic fall colors. I wanted to show you in the coffee area here, I did finally find a new sugar bowl. I wound up finding this on Amazon. It's cute. It's not what I wanted. I really wanted a pumpkin sugar bowl, but I just couldn't find it. But this white one will do. Now that we are done in the kitchen, here is a little dining room decor tour. I really like how all this came out as well. And I'm going to show you a couple things that I just like threw on the bathroom shelves, but they actually look really good in my opinion. So once that's over, we will head out to the front porch. I always get questions about this, so I just wanted to tell you what it was. This is an electric wine opener from Amazon, because everyone's always like, what is that white thing? That's what it is, and here's the bathroom I was talking about. Onto the front porch, this wreath I got from Michael's. It was 40% off, which their wreaths are always just so expensive in my opinion, but it was a reasonable price and I really love it, and I will definitely save this for next year. The one that is hanging above my cooktop is also from last year. And then these two mats I got from Target this year. And then here's how the front porch came out. I got all the mums for my fundraiser at Carter's school. And then I only got 2 of these little pumpkins. I know I should probably take it out of the plastic pot, but I got these from Michael's and I really like those. And then who has heard about the pumpkin inflation? Like apparently there's like a pumpkin shortage and it's like pumpkins are expensive now, but we went to a local nursery and the white pumpkins were only $1, the small orange pumpkins were only $1, and then the other ones ranged from $5 to $10 a pumpkin. So yeah, they are a little expensive, but I think we're gonna wind up decorating those as well. So hopefully if they stay up that long. And then this Home Sweet Home sign I've had from Hobby Lobby since last year. And then who remembers this blanket from my fall cleaning decorate? I took it out of the living room because it sheds all over the rug, but it's perfect for the front porch. I'm happy to say my flowers over there are still holding up well. And then I have some decor in the basement that I'm thinking about putting here. So now that our tour is done, here is how our crafts came out. Again, I said, take it with a grain of salt. As long as your kids have fun and they are proud of themselves, it's literally all that matters. And I could say both of those happened for my kids. Enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up, and let me know in the comments below if you want to see a Halloween version of this video.